business guru, coming to you once again from downtown Manila with 15 minutes of fame. And what we do here, guys, we make you famous. Think about it. A TV commercial would cost you $30,000. 10 radio spots would set you back between $3,000 and $5,000. You can come on 15 minutes of fame and we'll make you famous and put you across LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Reddit, Quora, the whole 9 yards. And don't forget YouTube. I'm going to put all your social media links. We're going to make you famous throughout the world. You'll be in front of thousands of people, and you can use this recording as your own personal business card. So guys, we've done dozens of these this month. There are 5 spots left. If you want to have a spot on 15 minutes of fame, reach out today. And my first guest is a lovely lady from my home country, in fact. I haven't been back for 13 years and have no intention of ever going back. But her name is Joy Nicholson, and Joy's current role and title, Marketing and AI Geek. And guys, if you're not using AI, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Company name is Unleash Your Marketing. She's been in the industry for a short time, since 2007, guys, which is approximately 15 to 18 years. So she probably knows a little bit. So why not reach out and have a chat? Brief description. It's her mission to empower small business to master AI-driven strategies with ease and authenticity. The key achievements or projects, coaching clients and funnel builds, and has dozens of testimonials, guys. So if you want to learn a bit about funnels and how to grow your business, this is the lady to reach out to, guys. Guys, costs you nothing to have a virtual cup of coffee, half hour of your time. All right, so reach out. Personal motto: you can or you can't, and you get to decide. You know, I always say, guys, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. I'll tell you now, guys, no one is coming to save you. So get off your ass and save yourself. Interesting fact, she loves travel. She's a travel enthusiast and a foodie, lives in an awesome part of the world where the food is fantastic, guys, as is the weather. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce, all the way from the Sunshine Coast in Australia, Joy Nicholson. Good morning, Joy.
Good morning, Jeff. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate your time.
No trouble at all. It's an absolute pleasure. Let's get this show on the road with some lovely questions. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to start and pursue your current career path, please.
Yes. So it's a really great question. I have been in marketing since 2007. It started with databases, newspapers, magazines, billboards, all kinds of, marketing type things. My clients used to be like media buyers and people that are, I used to work for a magazine, for example. We did a lot of things on that, on the magazine side, marketing, advertising, sales, all of those type of things. And in 2018, I had a business opportunity that went south. And I left my job at the time. I was in sales, also working for a marketing company as well. And in 2019, I did a course that was teaching me about sales funnels. And this was very different to what I've done before, newspapers, magazines, all of those things, billboards. And I just loved it. I completely got hooked. I started my agency because already the concepts of marketing is the same. It's just how you apply it with the actual software or the platform, that vehicle you climb into and you drive. And that hooked me, and that was it. I registered my company, and that has been the history ever since. I've been in marketing, specifically sales funnel, building out courses for customers, and I just love it. I geek out about all the concepts, and yes, that's really how I started, and that's where I'm at now.
What's been the most challenging part of your work, and how have you overcome it?
I'm a mom with 3 kids.
Wow.
And when I started the first year, it was very challenging for me. And I think, actually, I would say the first 2 years was very challenging because it was learning how to juggle 2 kids under 5 with the business.
Yes.
And that for me was challenging. And then when COVID hit, we started homeschooling. We've been homeschooling ever since. We have now a 15-month-old. We had another baby in the mix a couple of years ago. So all of those were the challenging. But I think just juggling family with business for me personally was very hard to do. And I really needed to focus on putting systems and structure and routine and process and all of that stuff in my business so it can run on automation for the time that I wasn't available to do so. So I think
awesome.
That was a struggle. But yeah, overcoming that is just finding the solutions, right?
Well, systems are what will set you free, guys. Some people don't know McDonald's have got 30 handbooks on how to make a hamburger. So how many systems have you guys got?
It's
And that's why
crazy.
you can go all over the world, guys. You'll get the same hamburger each and every time because they have a system. And there's 15-year-old kids running it who you can't get to clean their bedroom. So what does that tell you? Systems work, guys. Now, tell us a bit about an important moment in your career that virtually changed your direction.
So last year, October, we were basically traveling 3 different continents last year. And in October, we ended in Dallas, and I was at a summit, a Go High Level summit, because I used the software. And I've got all these online friends, so it was amazing meeting them in person. And there was a lot of presentations when it came to AI. And I've been using it already in my business, since ChatGPT came out a couple of years ago. We dived in, we started using the concepts and so on. And at the summit, there was a few different speakers that spoke about AI stuff. And it just grabbed me. And having those conversations with thousands of, not speaking to thousands of people, but the thousands of people that were there,
Sure.
and how enthusiastic they were about, using AI in marketing and software and automation. There was just so many amazing conversations that came from that. So that was last year, October. And from last year, October, I went full out, like, this is it. Everything I do in my business will have an AI component. There's no way around it. Like some of the prompts that I've created would take me like an hour to create these prompts because I really dive in deep. Like I said, I geek out on it. I really love how, to structure the prompts and all of those things. And yeah, so that's really been the way, or the thing that changed my path, was going to this event and speaking to all these people and hearing their concepts and their ideas. It was incredible, actually.
Yeah, and it's learning every day, isn't it? There's all new things coming out every day, guys. So if you don't keep learning,
Every
guys,
day.
you're like a tree. If you're not growing, you're dying. Tell me, in your
Exactly.
opinion, what are the key qualities and skills that you believe, apart from your determination, contributed to your success?
Just learning every day. So Jeff, I've got this thing where I do a minimum of 5 hours of education a week, minimum.
Awesome.
Like
Love
when
it.
I cook dinner, I listen to a podcast or I listen to a YouTube video. I mean, I spend thousands of dollars on education, buying into courses, coaching programs,
So you're one
mentors
of those people
over
who
the
invest
years.
in themselves.
Oh yes, 100%. And you have to, because
Of course you do.
you need a coach. I don't care who you are, you need a
No, you need a
coach. I
mentor.
don't care what
Forget a
level,
coach. Don't have a coach, guys, ever.
or a mentor.
They've never done anything. Get a coach, better still, get a guru, someone who's actually done it, guys. So get a mentor, guys. Or if you get a coach, get some good recommendations and make sure you're on the right track, because there's a lot of coaches out there who bought a $10 book and never coached, never played the game in their lives, guys. You want someone like Joy here, who's been in the game for nearly 20 years, guys. So I think she might know a thing or two about marketing. And believe it or not, guys, old school marketing works. Postcards, knocking on doors, flyers, they still work. They work. If you had a local pizza shop, I'd be putting out my menu in the letterbox every month to all the local people to remind them about me. And if Tuesday night's a quiet night, come and get a free pizza. Give them a 9-inch pizza. They've got a big family like Joy. They're going to come in and buy 4 or 5 more pizzas and a bottle of Coke and a couple of ice creams. So you're still going to make money. That's all called marketing. How do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field, Joy?
That's a really good question. Where we live now, and we've just recently moved to Australia. We only moved here in April. And before that, I lived in a small town. And so I've always just kind of been, I can say, a loner, where I've got my computer screen, I've got my husband, and
that's all you need.
Obviously we mingle with friends over the weekend, but I'm alone, and obviously my staff is online. So it's like, I don't get to mingle in person with a lot, but what I have seen, and what is a really great motivator, and it's something that a lot of people don't talk about, is that you should really have more than one accountability buddy. And not in accountability as in the sense of keeping each other accountable. Of course, that's great. But having that person that you reach out to, you have a brainstorming session once every couple of weeks. I've got people that I catch up with on a monthly basis or a 6-weekly basis or a 3-week basis, because that keeps you motivated. It's like, oh, I've done this, I screwed up, this didn't work. And then, I actually did that a few months ago and I did this to fix it. Those are the type of things. And that's really great to have that. And networking events. If you actually go to networking events, you speak to people, you communicate with people. And also something that I do that keeps me motivated is I go around and I speak to business owners. I just love brick and mortar businesses. I think what they do is incredible. I think the stress that they have is so underrated. Like, people don't really understand what they go through, you know, like paying rent and electricity, and on top of that, extra taxes. So I really have a soft spot for them. So I like to go around and just having conversations with them.
Awesome.
And that in itself is a really good motivator, because you realize what you've got as an online business in comparison to what these people face every day.
That's right.
So yeah,
They're the backbone, guys. I always had this idea. One of my ideas was this, guys. I reckon they're so important. What I wanted to do, I wanted to give people a badge. If you had 5 staff, you got a bronze badge. If you had 10 staff, you used to wear this silver badge. And if you had 10 or more staff, you got a gold star. And you'd wear this with pride, so that when people saw you in the street, they'd know that you're employing people and helping the Australian economy. Unlike say the government, for example, who just take. You're a giver, and we love small business. Discuss a recent project or achievement that you're particularly proud of. I'm sure there's a few.
My funnel building. Yeah.
Tell us about your funnel building.
Yeah, so funnel building has been the thing that I would say I'm proud of, because obviously, you know, you put in $1, you get $3 out or $5 out, depending on the strategy that you run with the business. So that for me is a winner. Doesn't matter what we do. And on top of that, I do love to help one-on-one coaches to build out courses for them so they can sell. And the main motivator there is so they can get time back, because one-on-one coaching can really consume your time, especially if you're in wellness or if you know what I mean. So it's a time consumer, and we've helped quite a few people to just buy some of their time back, still make money, but then just sell a course instead. So that to me is great. And any achievement I have is linked to the success of my client. That's how I see it. So if my clients aren't making money, if they're not happy with my services or anything like that, then as a business owner, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, what's happened here? What's gone wrong? How can I fix
you're like
this?
me. If you're anything like me, I don't care, guys, whether you pay me 500 or 5,000. You're a client. You're not a number. You're a client. In fact, you become a friend. And I do lose sleep over you. I'll go to bed thinking about you. You know, honest to God. So Joy understands what I mean. I mean, I'm ego-driven, guys. You pay me money, you buy Jeff Veale. I'm all about, like Joy, I'm all about getting results. Results matter. Results, guys, or you don't pay me. If I don't move the needle, you don't pay me a dime. Not a dime, guys. What advice would you give someone aspiring to follow in your footsteps, Joy?
Educate. Play with the systems, especially with the AI tools, and invest in the tools, guys. Especially like if you're just starting out and you really don't have money and you strapped for cash, then find the free tools, but then learn to take that tool and turn it into an income and then invest back into that. Because you can't get away with all the free versions of all the tools. It's actually, I'm not even going to mention how much I pay for tools every month, but this is the reality.
I will. My software bill, guys, at the moment is $1,500. I looked yesterday. It's $1,560 just for software, guys. They're the tools I need.
Exactly like you.
The tools I need. And I get all these cheap Charlies out there. You got the free cut down version. Guys, it's nothing like the real version. Get serious. I mean, it's $20 to get ChatGPT, and you should have all of them. It's a total of $100 to have the whole lot. You know. What advice? We've done that one. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future, Joy?
So I've come across quite a few business owners that are struggling with their social media, or they're just struggling to get ahead of many, right? So what I've done now is, and Jeff, here's the thing, I love AI. I geek out about AI, but I also have this big desire to teach businesses to be authentic with AI. I really, truly believe that AI is going to take over the world. I actually did like a post on this the other day, or actually yesterday on LinkedIn, where building relationships with businesses is so important. And we're in the era where we want to keep those relationships. We want to nurture those relationships instead of just doing AI all the time. So what I'm on this mission is to teach businesses to do content, not just content, but just do everything in their business with AI, but do it authentically. And I've started a membership to do that. It's still in the pre-launch. It's still in testing phase, and I've got a few people in there testing the content and so on. But that's my mission. And my bigger goal is to speak on stages about this next year or the
Lovely,
next couple of
lovely.
years.
Yeah, that's a
Because
good
I
one.
really want to become.
That's a good one,
Yes.
Joy. Virtually, that could. I've seen this happen before. That could virtually take over your life, because you could start traveling, and just like Jonathan Mast does,
Yeah.
you could just start traveling and talking and educating people all over the world.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
such an interesting subject, guys, and you'll get a huge audience, and then you if you choose, you can just talk, or you can talk and then sell products. You know, like, hey guys,
That's it.
if you want to know more, get my course. You know, blah blah blah. So very, very interesting. I like what you said earlier about a monthly meetup or something. We should probably collaborate, Joy, and have a look at something like that, because I wanted to do something like I wanted to call it something like the millionaire mindset. Like, other words, a meeting for people who want to grow their business once a month, and the whole idea is we get in the room, and it might be 2 hours, guys. You can come and go if you wish, and the idea is you put out what's your challenge for the month, and the other guys in the room help you out and they answer it. Hey, I'm having trouble doing prompts. Well, this is how you do a prompt. I'm having trouble with my email marketing. This is how you do it. And we basically collaborate and help each other. That's the idea, guys. A lot of you people don't want to help each other. You want to keep it all to yourselves. Come on, share your knowledge, guys. Help people like Joy does. Joy, how can our listeners reach out and find out more about you, please? What's the best way?
I'm all over social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok.
Awesome.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on LinkedIn. I've got an email. I've got a website.
Do you hear that, guys? She's everywhere. And so that's what social media is all about, guys, right? And by the way, we'll be putting Joy's socials, and particularly on YouTube, we're putting all her links there for you guys. And like I suggested earlier, reach out. She's an amazing woman. Reach out, have a cup of coffee, and it costs you nothing, guys. And tell Joy your problems. You know, tell the truth, guys. Tell the truth. I've been doing these podcasts for the last few months, and I've come across so many people who are struggling. Here's a quick story, guys. I had 8 people last Monday week. 8 people. I never said a word, just talking in general. 8 people said this to me: Jeff, I'm broke. And that's their mindset, guys. Of course they're broke, because they won't invest. Do you have chat? Oh no, I can't afford. You can't afford $20. You're kidding me. I'll pay for it for you. So anyone here watching this, guys, if you can't afford the $20, reach out and I'll buy it for you. There's my challenge to you guys. So Joy, before we wrap this up, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know.
Oh, Jeff, I'm not really a fun, well, I'm fun, but like weird. Okay, so here's the thing. I went bungee jumping probably about 20 years ago.
You're brave.
I'm extremely petrified of heights, and it was the worst experience I ever had. I think that's about the most funnest experience I've ever had. Yes, it was terrible. I would not recommend it to people that are scared of heights.
Whereabouts? On the Gold Coast or where?
No, this is back in South Africa where I'm from. So.
Oh wow, awesome. Yeah, I know a bit about bungee jumping, and I'll never do it, guys. I just figure I'm not going to get. I'm a big fat guy. I'm not going to get held up by a rubber band, and with my luck, it'd break, right? So I'm never going to. I have intention of paragliding very soon. I'm going away on a trip soon. I'll be paragliding. And then my next one, maybe when I'm 80. I may jump out of an aeroplane, guys. I'll decide whether I use a parachute or not when the time comes. Joy, you've been an awesome guest. Thanks very much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Jake.
We look forward to helping you.